This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
All right, fellas, Tom, we'll start with you. School record offensive output on Saturday. Your thoughts from your perspective in the trenches of how that game went at UMass?
I think we just what we did. We stuck to the plan. We stuck to what we did during the week. We really made it our goal to run a certain amount of. We only ran. I'm trying to put it into words. We ran a certain types of plays. We wanted to run those the best that we could. We didn't go into the game plan with a complex game plan. We went in the game coming with a couple plays that we wanted to run well and that we knew we could run well. And I think it worked out. We did really good coming into half. We had like 400, 500 yards just at the half. I think that's awesome, and it's a testament to everyone's work we put in throughout the week.
Dante, how about you?
Yeah, like Tom said, going into the game, I know we put up big numbers in the game, but we didn't have a complex scheme or complex game plan. Coach Greg had came into the week with only having a few run plays and a few protections because he really thought we would dominate no matter what we called. So we took a few base plays and used them, and were successful with them.
I've heard a lot the last 3 or 4 weeks about simplifying the game plan specifically for the skill players. But how does that affect the offensive line when the game plan is simplified, in quotes, if you will? And your thoughts on that, and how has that helped this offense, you think? Tom?
I think it helps a lot knowing that throughout practice we're only going to run like a couple run plays, and we know we're going to run them well, and that to go into the game, and it brings a confidence that you know, going throughout the looks throughout practice, this is what you're going to see, and then when it happens in a game, and we run it right, and it's a big run play, it just breeds more confidence for all the other players. But simplifying it for us isn't. It's more just knowing what our technique is going to be versus certain looks and our fundamentals.
Dante? Same thing?
No, well, we run the base plays pretty much throughout the week at practice. It's not us that's doing something much different. It's more of the skill players. They do different things off of what we do usually. So we block the RPO just like it. We're preparing for the run and the pass. We keep it simple. It's them that can go into different, more complex things to give us a better advantage each week.
We'll start with you on this one, Dante. I know a lot of the skill players got a lot of rest in that second half with the big lead. How much did y'all rotate, as you do each and every game, the linemen? I know that, but how much rest did y'all get in that second half as opposed to a normal game that might have been a tighter score?
Well, I believe the ones went up for one drive during that second half, and then we were out the rest of the way. It was a good opportunity to let some of the younger guys get in and get some experience. For example, Cooper McCall played a very good game, did very well. He's done very good at getting his body prepared. And now we feel confident if we get in a situation where we had to put a tackle in, putting Cooper in there, we don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, personally, I played it was like 2 or 3 drives into the second half, and after that, Coach Greg put some of the younger guys in to get them some experience. Like Duff said, I think it's great having them get in there and get game experience so that in the event something happens, they'll be ready to step up and they'll have that confidence from playing in the game.
For both of you, will your game plan have to expand playing a team like BYU, and how excited are you about the challenge of playing on national TV and taking on BYU?
Well, this is the most, I believe this is the most physical team we've played all year. Anywhere they lack, they make up for in toughness and physicality. I think we could go in this game running some of our base stuff, but I'm sure Coach Freeze and the coaches will put together a good game plan. But whatever that involves, I know for a fact it'll involve some physical plays, some tough plays where they'll have to rely on our durability and our physicality to get the play going.
Yeah, I think the key to the game for us especially is controlling the line of scrimmage, being able to dictate running the ball especially, and then be able to do the RPOs off the runs that we run. Like Duff said, they are a very physical team. and I think it'll be a good challenge for us this week.
You guys looked through the first 3 weeks, gave up some sacks. Running game didn't get going much, but then it was the Sunday walkthrough where you guys got your tracks lined up with the running backs, and it seems like everything has taken off since. The running game's going. Buck's not getting touched much. As a unit, how much pride have you guys taken in what you've done over the last 6 games to make sure that the quarterback's upright and the running game can get going?
Well, I believe our number one job is to protect the quarterback, and we knew after those first 3 games we have some of the best. I think Antonio's the best receiver in college football, and we have a lot of good receivers in that room, a lot of dynamic skill players, guys that can get out and run in space like Stubbs and D. King and Demario Douglas like we saw last week, and we knew that we had to give Buck a chance to get those guys the ball. And once we did that, we knew it would open up for us. And also in the run game, guys like Frankie and J. Mack and Peyton Pickett, we understood if we could open those lanes and get those tracks together in the right place, we'd open up the run game. So we took pride in doing what we've been able to do the past 4 or 5 games. But we know in this stretch coming up, it's double important. It's extremely vital that we get it done.
Yeah, I believe that in the first couple of games we definitely didn't perform to the best of our ability, and part of that was being, I guess, with some people not understanding the full scheme of things and where they had to be in the pass protection as well as who they had. And whereas the last couple of weeks we've really prepared better in that aspect of knowing who we have, when the running backs in the protection, stuff like that, and as well as on the run game, as well as just blocking it as best we can and using the technique that we're taught during the week.
With a veteran group, you guys are probably one of the most veteran groups in the most veteran room in the team. How much did that help that with the continuity there that you guys were able to take the coaching in stride and be able to perform as a unit, so that way the results that we've seen over the last few weeks have come to fruition?
Well, I think the experience helped us a lot. We've been together, all of us, for a long time, and we've had struggles and we've had triumphs where we've done bad and good, and we just had to get adjusted to the way this staff works and how the scheme and everything they put together. And once that happened, it's been seamless.
Yeah, for us, especially the offensive line, we're a tight-knit group, and being that most of us have been here for a while, we've had that bond, and we play well together. It's just getting to know the scheme of things and getting to know what works and what doesn't, and then how to better just play it as a unit.
You guys are just 1 win now away from bowl eligibility. How much has that been, a talk in the locker room throughout the season about that being your goal of wanting to get to a bowl game and kind of being the first team to ever do that here at Liberty?
At the beginning, the first couple of games, it wasn't really, being our first year of bowl eligibility, there was some talk, but during the first 5 stretch games that we won, wasn't much talk. And then after this win this past week, being 1 away, we're really making it a goal for us to be able to be the first to do it. Coach Freeze is always talking about for us to make history, to be the first team, because no one else will be able to claim that